Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is a couple of weeks late, but what I'm going to do in this video is go through my stock market portfolio and how it performed in 2021. So what we're going to be looking at is how my portfolio did in the year of 2021, how my performance has looked since I started tracking this portfolio back in 2019, and then we're going to take a look at the current portfolio as it stands and talk about what I expect for this coming year. As always, if you find value out of these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if there's anything you want to talk about, leave it down in the comment. All right, so let's get right into it. So here we are on my Charles Schwab account, and we're going to take a look at how my portfolio did in 2021. So you can see here the time frame from January 1st to December 31st of 2021, and the return for that period is 35.68%. And so this is a number I am very satisfied with. My long-term goal for investing is to compound over long periods of time at least 15 to 20% a year. And so a number of 35% is clearly above that target. Obviously that wasn't all me. The stock market in general did very well in 2021, but even with that, I still outperformed the stock market. So we can take a look at what the stock market did in 2021. And the S&P 500 gained 26.9% for the year, Dow Jones gained 18%, and the NASDAQ gained 21.4%. So the S&P 500 was the best performing index with around 27%. And again, my portfolio outperformed the S&P 500 with a gain of 35% for 2021. Now, if we want to take a look at how my portfolio has done since I started tracking it back in 2019, I've been using this spreadsheet to track my returns. And according to this, since I started tracking this in the middle of 2019, my portfolio has grown at an average annual compounded growth rate of 46.2%. Now, I don't think this number is exactly right. I think there's some things with this spreadsheet that sort of move around the returns a little bit. So I'm not sure if it actually is as high as 46%, but my portfolio has done very well over the past 3 years. We can take a look down here. In 2020, I returned my portfolio was 38.5%. 2021, this is calculating it as 31%. In the year of 2019 isn't in here, probably because it wasn't a full year, but just in the second half of 2019, I had a monster year, something like over 60% returns. I think I still have that video up, probably one of the oldest ones on my channel. So you can check that out if you want to see what was going on back then. All right, now we're going to take a look at my individual holdings to see what my portfolio is looking like going into 2022. And so here is the portfolio from largest position to smallest. Again, a lot of these positions are very similar in size, so this will move around a lot just depending on if a certain stock is up a certain day. But here is what it is looking like at the moment. Bank OZK with at 25% of my portfolio. This is at just about a double for me. Obviously a very good performer. I was buying heavily in 2020 when the price was around $16, $17 a share. And so obviously that has paid off very well. Now the second largest position is Cumulus Media with 23% of the portfolio. This one I'm up 90%. Now this gain percentage was a lot more previously, but I have recently been buying into some more Cumulus Media over the past few weeks, which has brought this average gain down. As many of you know, my first buy was under $4, and so it is well over a double from those prices. Now the third position is AMR Alpha Metallurgical Resources, formerly known as Contura Energy, and this has been the stock that has really saved my portfolio. I don't think I would have beat the market returns if it wasn't for this company, up 1,567%. Right now it's at 20% of the portfolio. I'm pretty sure when I put this position on, it was like maybe 2%. It was an extremely risky play when I first invested, but it has paid off very well. And I think the future looks bright for this company, so I'm not selling any, even though I am up over 1,500%. Now, the fourth company in my portfolio is Sprott Inc. They're around 14%. Now this one hasn't moved too much for me, up 13%, but I think this is one of the core holdings of my portfolio. I really like the business model. They're just a super solid business that generates a ton of cash every year. And I think they are also insurance against, really just the system falling apart. If we have another financial meltdown, a lot of money is going to flow into alternative assets. Like gold, silver, uranium, which Sprott has done a big deal in over the past year. And so I like holding Sprott in my portfolio. I'm probably not going to add too much more unless the price drops a lot from here, but this is something I'm content having in my portfolio. Now, fifth is HCI Group. This is at 12% of my portfolio. It was a lot more. However, the stock has been doing absolutely horrible over the past few months. I know this is the one people are probably going to have the most questions about because since I bought in, the stock has fallen 43%. Now I'm going to make a full video talking about the opportunity with HCI Group. I still think the opportunity is there. I think it is very intriguing at the current prices. And so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. I haven't bought any more yet, but I will, especially if it keeps falling. And so those are the 5 main positions in my portfolio. I also have some Contura Energy warrants, which I'm up 14% on. I wish I bought these warrants at the same time as I bought the company. If I did, these would be up like 100,000%, but I still have bought a little over the past year because I think the fundamentals are very good for AMR stock. And I also have the Geo Group call option. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I think I made a video after the election because these private prison stocks were being sold off during that time. And I bought a call option. The strike is $13. Don't think it's going to get there. Right now I am down 98%. But good thing this was really just pocket change and not a significant part of my portfolio at all. And rounding off the portfolio is 5% in cash. If there are new opportunities in the stock market, there is other cash that I will put in. However, I just don't like to leave cash sitting in a brokerage account where it really doesn't earn any interest. So that is my stock market portfolio going into 2022. Now, the next video I make later this week is going to be going in depth into each of my names and talking about what my expectations are for them going forward. I didn't want to squeeze that into this video. I'd rather make it a separate video on its own. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is my goals for this channel for 2022. Obviously, as many of you have noticed, I did not upload very consistently throughout the last half of 2021. However, I am now excited to get back into YouTube a lot more and be a lot more consistent with my uploads. So what I'm gonna try to hold myself to is at least 2 uploads a week. That's really what my goal is going to be for this channel. And once I start consistently uploading again, I think then I'll be able to come out with some other stuff that I've had planned for this channel for a while now. So that's it for this video. I'm happy with my portfolio performance in 2021. I think my portfolio is positioned strongly for 2022, and I do expect outperformance again over the long term. These 1-year results don't really mean much to me, but I think when you start looking out at longer time periods, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, that's when these outperformance numbers can really start to make a difference. So again, if you found value out of this video, leave a like button and leave a comment if you have any thoughts. That's it for now, and I'll see you on the next video.